city that sure had its share of memorable playoff games in the past. Pittsburgh, PA at Heinz Field. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. They start on the ground with Geis, and he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll run for the first time with James Conner, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A toss right to Geis. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A big play there out of Geis. 41 yards on the ground. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Ball carrier.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And the play clock running down, so Mike Tomlin burns a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Black 20.
Geis Brooks with the carry on second down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Texans' 8-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Randall Cobb on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 24. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Watson now to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
Brandon Cooks.
A huge play there for Houston. 43 yards.
Texans.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, here's Watson. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Steelers 3, Texans 0.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on fourth down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. To Johnson again. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
4th and goal at the 2-yard line.
They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. Here we go with Johnson. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans have taken the lead.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Texans 7, Steelers 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Johnson now returning. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
That return gets all the way to midfield, so we know the field position is absolutely flipped at this point. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I might think about blitzing right now to try and take field position back.
Big bet on the Steelers with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And some room to roam now. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Roethlisberger. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game.
Switch up, switch up.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
After the interception, here's Watson. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll pull it down. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, 89 yards. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability.
For the extra point.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Roethlisberger. Off to Geis on the screen. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards, a first down. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he fires one incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. That catch good for only a couple. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
29-yard line.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Here's Roethlisberger. Able to hit his target, Claypool. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Dumps it off for Geis. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Here comes Cobb. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. Watson off play action, rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. First down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
The ball carrier.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
From the 17, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Complete.
Brandon Cooks. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans will extend their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. That catch good for only a couple.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. Completion here to Claypool. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, It comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. No, they stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up fourth down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3, ball on the 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 7-yard line.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Offensively, they like their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the ground, Geis. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Again, Geis. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit.
Chris Boswell on for the point after.
No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. They'll roll it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bud Dupree. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson trying to lay one up deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain.
The end of
And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh as we're about ready to rock and roll for the fourth and final quarter. Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. On the return, Johnson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
On the tackle.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Johnson, and he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Out of the gun, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson a give. This is Johnson. Joe Hayden there to bring him down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2nd and 5 now. Watson gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to, says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Johnson.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 11-yard line.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Second down and goal. Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Underneath for Johnson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Johnson on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Eric Ebron. Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Ben to throw again. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Today's final score.
Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just